Did Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam misbehave with a woman, as David Wood says? David Wood urges people not to convert to Islam, saying that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam misbehaved with a woman who came to the Prophet with a complaint against her husband. He misquoted the following hadith that proves what David Wood shows to his viewers is false and fabricated. The Prophet did not misbehave. Rather, the woman was telling lies about her husband, and she proved herself as a wicked woman by saying that her husband was impotent, while in reality he was not. The hadith reads, narrated Ikrama, Rifa divorced his wife whereupon Abdurrahman bin Az-Zubair al-Qurazi married her. Aisha said that the lady came wearing a green veil and complained to her of her husband and showed her a green spot on her skin caused by beating. It was the habit of ladies to support each other. So when Allah's Apostle came, Aisha said, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. When Abdurrahman heard that his wife had gone to the Prophet, he came with his two sons from another wife. She said, by Allah, I have done no wrong to him. But he was impotent and is as useless to me as this, holding and showing the fringe of her garment. Abdurrahman said, by Allah, O Allah's Apostle, she has told a lie. I am very strong and can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and wants to go back to Rifa. Allah's Apostle said to her, if that is your intention, then know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rifa'ah unless Abdurrahman has had sexual intercourse with you. Then the Prophet saw two boys with Abdurrahman and asked him, are these your sons? On that Abdurrahman said, yes. The Prophet said, you claim what you claim, that is, that he is impotent. But by Allah, these boys resemble him as a crow resembles a crow. Bukhari, book number 72, hadith number 715. Now, let us have a close look of the hadith. Let us dissect the important parts of this hadith. The woman came with a false allegation that her husband was impotent. Actually, he was not. How do you know? The Prophet asked him, are these your sons? On that, Abdurrahman replied, yes. The Prophet said to the woman, do you claim what you claimed before? That means whether you are standing still on the same point that he is impotent. Before that question, in front of that question, the woman kept silent. That means she was aware that she was lying. And David Wood says that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam misbehaved with this woman. But in this hadith, there is no such misbehavior. Not a single clue of misbehavior from the side of the Prophet. David Wood claims that Prophet called her a bad wife. No, not a single word like bad is there in this hadith. Then what is the case? David Wood is lying. David Wood is lying and he is supporting a liar woman. Aisha's pronunciation, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women. This has been taken by David Wood as a truth. But how many women how many non-believing women did Hazrat Aisha radhiyallahu ta'ala anha see? Probably not very many. And the complaint of the woman was against her husband that he was impotent. This is false. So her complaint that her husband beat her is also not believable. When one part is not acceptable, the other part is not acceptable. Simple case. She is totally lying of everything. The Prophet told her that she could leave Abdul Rahman if her marriage be consummated by sexual intercourse with Abdul Rahman and if divorce occurs. This case also a simple one. It is the Shariatic law, and have the divorce, go to Rifa. That was the settlement of the Prophet. He settled the case simply saying that you can leave Abdul Rahman after having sexual intercourse with him. And this leaving means divorce. In this hadith we find no misbehavior from the part of the Prophet, no rebuking. But why Mr. David would take it otherwise, we don't know. Probably he is not sound in his mind. His hatred against Islam has made him insane. That is our conclusion.